about to go down.
It's lovely pass, and here he turns cleverly. Can he find a finish? Oh, he can!
Skilled by Joshua, and a return right hand. Good counter right. Bullet is hurt. Second right hand. That clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill.
Well, Ricciardo is inching into the lead, and Ricciardo that win the Italian Grand Prix!
Iguodala running the floor.
Still leading the way with Cameroon in there too with the Netherlands.
And Musa makes it 4 goals in 2 World Cup matches.
The Monaco Grand Prix! Ricciardo triumphant in Monza.
Through Bowden, Barrett, and an early touch and an excellent...
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Hello and welcome to yet another wonderful episode of Sports Orbit coming to you from the Leadership Podcast Studio. My name is Iheanacho, your host for today, and of course, I'm here with Salif Usman.
Yeah, good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here.
Salif, once again, nice to have you. Of course, we'll kick off with the Super Eagles. As we all know, the AFCON will be starting in just a matter of days, and of course, yesterday we were here talking about players who were in camp. As of this time yesterday, there were only about 13 players in camp, but as we speak right now, there are about 23 players in camp. Of course, with the arrival of Wilfred Ndidi, Iheanacho, Alex Iwobi, and of course, assistant captain William Schultz Ekong. So finally, the camp is bubbling with 23 players.
Yeah, that is a good development. Just like first and foremost, just like we see yesterday, yesterday after I think we had more before the close of that yesterday, we are going to have more players. Just likely for the close of yesterday, the other thing is Ahmed was placing to the camp, increasing the amount of comfort.
Yeah.
And then the team that yesterday night, this morning, 9 more players placing to the camp. The English, England-based players, a lot of them, most of them, all of them, in fact, placing to the camp this morning. And now we have about 3 players. We are still expecting 5 more players to come. The likes of Indonesian Wakame still be expected in the be expected. All right. So, but players is big, and from every education, the team is going to have their last training. They're going to have their last training this evening. So after they're going to have their last training, this evening will also open to some section of the will also be open to the media. Like before the first 15 minutes, we will have access to the players, and after the last one, they also have access to the players. And finally, before the team get out.
Tomorrow.
So,
The next one, of course, players still expected are Jamil Collins, Tyrone Eboyi, Joe Aribo, Samuel Chukwueze, of course, and Odion Chubigalo. But of course, as it stands now, there are question marks over Odion Igalo's arrival, but we'll get into that. Looking at the players we have in camp now, 23 players, I think that should be good enough for the coach to have a proper training session and really be able to assess the team. At least with 23 players, they'll be able to, even if it's to play like a full squad 11-11, they should be able to do that, and that will give the coach and of course the technical team the opportunity to properly assess the players, come out with tactics and strategies ahead of the outcome.
you know, other than normal situations before, what the player required for the tournament is injury.
Yeah.
Under the normal situation before. But due to the gap in their mathematics, that okay, the club team can also have an opportunity to add more players. In the event that should be the case at the end of the player is done by coronavirus or anything, the team can still also have a place on the player to fall back on and still play their mind. If not, other normal situation, but also not expected more than 3 players. And what they have at the team we have in the camp at the moment is that the full squad. They already have the full squad required for a tournament. So he has no any excuse. He has no any excuse. But even as he's still expecting, because some of the players that are still behind are some of the players that are still behind. Some of the players that are still left behind are key players. For instance, Iheanacho Wakale is one either he has not been part of the team before, but it's one of the reliable midfielders that we are going for the African Cup of Nations, like light on to marshal the midfield. And even Iwobi, remember, is also key players. So those are some of the key players that are still be expected to come to the team. So, but even as that, we already have a full complement of the players that require for a tournament. And looking at the looking at the individuals of the players that already we can. Well, all you need to do is work on those players and know how to play static and go out for the African competitions.
Still on the AFCON, of course, whereas reports say that Saudi club are plotting to stop Iheanacho from, making it to the AFCON squad. The reason being that the excuse they're giving was like almost the Ranieri situation that the invitation didn't come quick. And another clause they're putting is that the first time Iheanacho was called up, that the NFL did not tell them that they are going to invite him to be part of the tournament. That they just told them that Iheanacho will be part of the squad for the World Cup qualifier, the last one we played, but they were not expecting Iheanacho to be in the squad. Teams in England are doing their own. Now a team in Saudi Arabia is coming out to do their own. So you see this shabby treatment of Africans and African countries is everywhere. Once any continent, it's a club in Saudi Arabia for crying out loud, not a club in the Premier League or Italy, trying to stop Iheanacho. And at this point in time, the way it is with the absence of Dennis and Osimhen, Iheanacho has to be around one way or the other. Yes, we might say we have one or two other strikers who might play, but I think even me who was not in support of his invitation, but I think now the way it is, I think he'll be needed.
Yeah, going by the situation in the Super Eagles Council, Iheanacho stand to be a reliable striker. When experience-wise, he's one of the most experienced strikers in the team, either his speed or whatever he said. He has that experience and able to provide the leadership for the team up front. So his inclusion, his presence in the team at this moment, based on the circumstances we have at them, is very, very, very key and very, very necessary. And just like you say, it's really unfortunate that Africa has come to another, what I describe it, another thing that anybody can treat Africa with this day without any respect, without any responsibility. If not, it's really unfortunate. If team in England can go do it and get it away, why a Saudi club or one certain Asian club will not do the same? If not, how many people even want to go and play in Saudi Arabia that they said even if Saudi Arabia will now hold on? If not, it's even a credit to Saudi Arabia that a team playing in their own league was going to play for his national team. It's not for I don't know what word to use to describe it. How will you say a national team player of a caliber of a Ghana say that he was invited and you're not expecting that he will be invited again for the tournament program? I think it is high time that the CAF, Confederation of Africa Football, take this matter with all the serious attention to FIFA. Because this is part of the racism we are talking about. It is what is happening as far as Frank concerned or saying the release of African players from the African competition is pure racism. Because I can't expect any. Okay, for this, we are talking about league. Yeah, the season is on. Why are they holding African championship in the middle of the league? Arab Cup was held recently. We didn't hear all this crying and loud of saying prayer and all this. African Cup was held in Qatar recently, just about the matter of 2 weeks back. But nobody had no club complaining either they are releasing their players or Arab Cup. But for African championship, the championship have come and stay for a very long time. The most important football tournament in the world, and clubs are claiming not to play with African teams that don't want to release their players for African championship for African competition for their national team. That's why a lot of people have said at the different program, with any coach in this world, dare not to say that you will not release English player or release Italian player or Spanish player or German player for their national team for Euro championship. It's really impossible. And this is part of racism. I think, and if FIFA is to say about kicking racism out of football, FIFA should come out. I'm not even happy the silence of FIFA about the whole
Exactly. Because they need to step in.
because FIFA also started this grammar.
Yeah.
They started this grammar, but they are called that they were African free. Can't consider changing their timing African Cup of Nations. Every continent is at the liberty to decide when and when to hold their tournament.
Since inception of AFCON, it has always been played
In January, and this is the 33 edition of the championship.
Nobody complained. This complaint started about a few years ago.
Yes.
With the influx of African players
Yes,
in Europe.
in Europe.
In the past, nobody bothered about the competition.
Yeah.
In fact, even last week, former Arsenal legend Ian Wright, who is an Englishman,
Yes.
came out to say that AFCON is the most disrespected competition.
Yes, yes.
That he doesn't imagine Euros holding, for example, and the attitude of teams will be like this when it comes to the Euro or the Copa America. But when it comes to AFCON, Patrick Vieira said the same thing. AFCON is the level of disrespect for AFCON is just too much. They treat it like an online competition, like it's just not a serious competition.
Sometimes even though when we blame ourselves that it's a high time Africa need to develop their own league But the example of South American Eagles, a lot of the South American players play in Europe.
Exactly.
But when they have their event, no club will dare say no, they're not. They all flee back to their country to represent their country. It's the same thing. I can't see any of the high profile South American players who play in American league, in the South American league. They all play in Europe league. I can't recall of any South American top players of international record, the world record, that play in the South American. They all played in the European league. But when it's time to go back for Africa, for any of their tournament or local leader populator, they all release it. But when it comes to Africa, I don't know the dislike for Africa. The dislike for Africa is totally annoying, it's totally disheartening and annoying.
In fact, I think last year, Uruguay was supposed to play a friendly match. Just a friendly. And Cavani had to excuse himself from United that he wanted to go and play that friendly match. Nobody said anything. They allowed him to travel. It was a friendly match. But he said he wanted to play. For his country, it was two double-header friendly match. He excused himself from a couple of 3 or 4 United games which were coming up that he needed to be in those friendly matches. And he was released. Nobody at United raised an eyebrow. But imagine an African player saying he's going to play a friendly match for his country.
Not even a tournament.
Not even a tournament, a friendly match. I can imagine what the club would do. So I think it's high time, even FIFA, because even FIFA has not really.
FIFA have not said no. The silence of just like I was trying to say earlier, FIFA started all the time. FIFA is the one that gives this way for all these clubs to complete. If FIFA has said no, it is then in FIFA that we have clubs are banned to release their players to their national team. It's not even easy to compete. But here we are that a lot of African players are being denied of their own player.
All right, at this point, we'll go for a short break. And when we come back, of course, we'll have the results of the MPFL, which were played yesterday, and of course, other stories. Stay tuned, don't go nowhere.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Of course, welcome back from that short break. And of course, we go straight into the MPFL where some matches were played yesterday. Of course, Shooting Stars and Gumbi United finally recorded their first victories since the league began. Of course, Shooting Stars played, of course, Gobe United hammered Lobby Stars 3-0. That was a surprising result to me, of course, not forgetting that I'm also a Lobby Stars fan. And of course, Shooting Stars were 1-0 winners against Katsina United right there in Ibadan.
Well, looking at this match, congratulations to the Gobe United, and I'm not. I may say you are surprised, or you will say you're surprised. But to me, I don't think I'm surprised by Gobe United victory against Lobby Stars.
We all know Lobby Stars.
But if I'm surprised, is the score the mind of goal score. But when I watched Gobe United against National United, it must be true of the NPF for me. I know that the United are up to something this season. Probably they may decide that this season we are not going to be like the Norwich of the as normally say the Norwich of the Norwich City of the English Premier League. We just come in and go back, go in and come back. Maybe Gobe United want this time to cement their status in the NPF, because when I watch them against National United, they have everything to win the match against National United. I strongly believe can hold in my opinion that they were denied victory against Nassau United, but they won that match to win. The good score that was disallowed up to now. I don't know the reason why it should be disallowed. So winning against I'm happy that they were able now to secure a 3-0 victory against Lobby Stars. And if you go watch Lobby Stars this season, they are not the too fantastic team because their performance this season is not encouraging. This is not the Lobby Stars we used to do. Those in charge of the Lobby Stars need to up their game.
Lobby Stars is a small team.
Lobby Stars is a team to reckon. It's one of the oldest clubs in NPFL, and they have earned their name in the Nigeria Professional League. So for a club like Gobe United to give them a 3-0 is one of the surprise results in the NPFL. But congratulations, I say congratulations to Gobe United, and I hope the Gobe United. To some by extent, I have some feeling passion to Gobe United, and I'm happy that they won that.
Of course, in the other match, it was Abia Warriors versus Kwara United. That ended 1-1.
That's a good one.
Yeah, of course, they're moving on to athletics now, where the World Athletic have tipped the Nigerian duo of Imobam Nseoko and Udodi Nwuzurike among the top 4 talents to defend their titles in 2022. Recall that these 2 teenagers did very, very well at the World Athletic
at the Nairobi Championship.
Yeah, did very well, 16 of them were profiled by the athletics ruling body. And of course, they have been tipped to defend their title this year and also go on to do bigger things. Of course, the Under-20 Championship will come up in Cali, Colombia, and that will be August 1st to 6th, much later in the year.
For Ukon, I'm not surprised. I don't even need the World Athletic to tip or to tell me that it's a start to be.
Yeah.
Because the guy she has proved that yes, she's start to look up. I'm seeing her conquering the world, because he has demonstrated that he won 3 gold medals at the Nairobi Championship. Only I know. At that age, he was at the Olympic, and was part of the fourth team. To maybe justify inclusion in the Nigerian team in Olympic, and coming and a few weeks later he was in Nairobi, and to demonstrate that yes, she's a start to look on to. So definitely I strongly believe that I pray that injury free and nothing unto her happened to her. That she's someone that is going to write Nigerian in good record contact athletic, and also say that. But as far yes, he's also demonstrated that he showed that yes, he has a skill, and all we need to do that Nigerians need to make sure that to keep on monitoring and so give them all the necessary support. Because sometimes athletic. It's not about when someone want to go for a competition. Then you need to train them consistently, sponsoring them to attend different championships, either locally or internationally, or locally. Some of the organized championships, Golden Leader, one. Sponsor them, like encourage them to go for all this, and not Nigerian, the country as Nigerians, or you just must not wait until when there's a African Championship or World Championship or a Commonwealth Championship before preparing those athletes. We need to keep on necessary encourage them, give them privilege, give them training, give them support to even go for a training tour for other countries so that they can have access to best facilities in the world and training. If Okon based on what we have seen her. If she really pump her really package, she will start to record and she's going to be going to be a world champion.
Yeah. The Commonwealth is coming up soon.
This year.
Do you see them being part of Team Nigeria to the Commonwealth? Because I think that would be a good way to further expose them to, the competition of that nature.
If a country who is aiming to achieve success in sport or athletics, you have no any reason not to have the code and so in the Commonwealth. Somebody who has been to Olympics, then which is the biggest thing in competition in the world? What is Commonwealth game? They're going to be part of the Team Nigeria to Commonwealth game, and we hope that those guys are going to justify and go to Team Nigeria proud in the Commonwealth game. But just like I said earlier, not waiting until it's time for the championship. Give even and at the same time, this even corporate bodies can also come in. Elcon is a good brand. It's already for me. It's already a good brand. It's a world champion in our own right. 3 world champion. He's holding 3 gold medal, 3 world gold medal in our right. So definitely Nigeria, corporate organizations, corporate body can adopt her, sponsoring her. What you do wrong, for instance, a bank like First Bank, Jenny Bank, or UB, or Shell, or other international body called Grow, coming to adopt, and anywhere they go, she went to play. She will go with your brand, protect your image globally. These are some of the things the corporate body need to come in. For me, she is a already brand, and if the corporate companies are not aware of this, they should look in her direction now. That is somebody to come and to hook up to connect you to get their image globally, because she has shown that he has a skill, and then there's no anywhere he go that he will not protect your image.
Moving away from that and still onto football, where former Senegalese star El Hadji Diop has charged and told the current team that they have all it takes to conquer Africa. In his message to them, he said once they believe themselves, he said the team has the quality it takes to win their first AFCON. They just need to believe in themselves. Looking at Senegal going into this AFCON, do you see them as genuine title contenders?
They are even more than genuine title contenders. If you look at the profiles of African team, profile of the 2014 that are going to African Commonwealth, Senegal has the brightest chance of winning that.
I think so too.
But except all the Senegal need is just element of luck, because football also go with luck.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes you may have everything at your disposal, but if the luck is not on your side, you may also be even kicked out of the first round. That's why you normally see. That's why we see in the Europe last year Euro 2020, which 2021. We're hoping that the world champion France is going to win the championship. At the end of the day, it was never to be. Not that they were not good, but the luck was not on their side. So what the Senegal needed is just an element of, in terms of strikers, they have available material, everything they have at their disposal. They have the best squad, and I said this team, they have a squad that have been kept together for over 5 years. Together, they have been playing together. They were the runners of in the last edition in Egypt, where they lost by mistake to Algeria. So definitely. And at the same time, even the coach, Papa Diop, has been in charge for 5 years, and he has been with this player for over 5 years. So there's a consistency and there's a compact in their united together. But what they don't need that is element of luck. Remember Senegal's, I remember in 2002, where they were in final, they lost to Cameroon. Remember they beat Nigeria in the semi-final in 2002 in Mali. They beat Nigeria in the semi-final.
Also lost to Algeria in the last AFCON final.
They lost. This is 2 times. I'm aware. This is 2 times. I'm aware they lost in the final. Lost in the final in 2002 after beating Nigeria in the semi-final. Lost the final to Cameroon, and that was the era of the Alhaji Diop. That was also one of the eras of the Senegalese team. When all this the Papa Diop,
golden era of the Senegalese team.
The eras of the Senegalese team.
Father went to the World Cup and performed
very well to the beyond the expectation of everybody. So that time they have a big chance. Everybody was believing Senegal is going to win from that time. But unfortunately, throughout the eras of the Papa Alhaji Diop, and a lot of them, they couldn't click the AFCON title, but now they now have another set of led by Sadio Mane, and which is also another prize chance for them. But we hope that the era of Sadio Mane doesn't go in the way of Papa Alhaji Diop. But I hope, even though I will still want my own Super Eagles to be the winner of it, to win the AFCON title, I hope that when we get to the final, we'll be able to beat them in the final. So, but this as a Senegal has a better chance and they have the clean chance, but all they need to have those elements of luck. But this Africa Cup of Nations, because I thought that it's going to be a great surprise. Yesterday, I saw a Moroccan team when they were coming with a card. You can be, you see that you see a full, a seamless preparation.
Exactly. So
You
you
see
seriousness
a seriousness in the team, a team that is fully prepared.
So winning this kind of competition is not luck. Teams are prepared.
It's not about luck. It's you prepare. You put everything into it.
I mean,
Let me tell you, Cameroon, Morocco, very also say they are coming to the Cameroon with their full medical team, with their own food, with their own mattress.
Exactly.
So they are coming. Even the hotel they are going to, they take over the hotel and not even chase the hotelian. That the hotelians will not come closer with their players. So they are bringing their own, they are bringing their own personnel who will be dealing with them. So they are changing the mattress in the hotel. So they are all using their own mattress. So you can see full complement without saying everything ready to excel. But well, where you come back home, where you come to the country.
Look at a team like Algeria, for instance, who even won the AFCON, went ahead to still win the Arab Cup, even without Mahrez playing. They are also coming into this tournament, and their win of the Arab Cup, I guess Tunisia rather. Now they currently hold, they've broken the record for going, I think, about 40-something games without defeat. Italy held that defeat, but Algeria has broken that record. So you look at these teams and you see that these are teams who are ready to make an impact at the last AFCON. It's not this kind of attitude that we are putting up here, hoping that yes, we have the materials, we'll go there and things might just work out. I keep saying football is not like that anymore. You don't just bank on the quality of players. You must be prepared enough to go to this tournament with the intention of winning.
You know what we are waiting at is to speak English. We heard our administration, those who are inside about them speaking English or telling us something like that. Something that we are expecting us not be hearing when other citizens can prepare.
Exactly.
But if I be able to ask level, mention the level of Nigeria preparation for this tournament, we don't even deserve to get beyond the first round. If success of the tournament is being mentioned in level with your and the effort we don't deserve to go beyond first round. But in terms of preparation, I have not seen anything.
Away from that, straight to transfer news, where it has been revealed that, of course, 4 clubs, that's Madrid, PSG, Bayern Munich, and of course Juventus, have open talks with Antonio Rudiger. Of course, he has 6 months left for this contract where he'll be a free agent. Chelsea offered him a new contract, but he has refused to sign. I think the issue he's having is wage. They want an improved age because you see players like Pulisic, players who he won't perform better than are any far higher than him, and he's asking for an improved wage, but the Blues don't seem to be interested in increasing his wage.
Because he's a black. These are some of the things. Sometimes I don't understand what the criteria what we use to pay players.
Exactly.
Sometimes you see a player who is sitting on the bench and is any somebody who is playing
regularly.
Playing regularly. Yeah. So I tell you what, I can't comprehend what is happening. You see a player sitting on the bench, perpetual like you can do the Uzi in Arsenal. He was sitting on the bench and was any more than all the pitch of the person on the pitch. So if they are not ready to, if they are not valuing him, they are not ready to. To me, I'm supporting. He has to refuse to sign and look for where he will be appreciated. Go to where they will be appreciated, not to where the people are not appreciating your value.
Quickly before you go,